We are now up to public comments. In the public comment segment, please limit your comments to 2 minutes. Please approach the microphone, sign in, and state your name and address for the record after being acknowledged by the council president. Speakers will be limited to 2 minutes to deliver their comments. Council Vice President Voss will be timing and hold up a hand after 1 minute 45 seconds to notify the speaker they have 15 seconds to complete their comment. Those speaking are asked to conduct themselves in a respectful manner as they deliver their comments. Audience members are asked to refrain from reacting to comments. The City Council will not respond directly to comments in this venue or take immediate action in response to them. With that, I will open up the public comment segment.
Melissa Zimmerman, 2525 Stony Creek Drive. Back in high school, I was a nerd. I did math problems for fun. The jocks and the popular kids copied my homework, and I let them. We've been doing the homework here too. For 3 years, we have been trying to give you the answers too. But instead of working with us on this group project, you voted to take away our choice, stripping the federal safeguards that gave residents a voice. You gave more power to a township, a non-voting party, than the very residents you elected to protect. Some of our homes just 17 feet from the right-of-way. That's not close. It's unprecedented in Steele County. This isn't like other roads where homes were built after the fact. This should never happen. Federal and state laws require that we avoid, minimize, mitigate in that order. Avoid means choosing 34th Avenue or the hybrid or alternative 3B. Minimize isn't possible. Mitigate means a $2.3 million noise wall. We were prepared to vote yes on that wall to protect our families, but you voted to take that choice away. You removed the federal funds and shifted the entire $30 million burden onto your own residents. In May, the county engineer said he had no intention of building a noise wall, but would put it to a vote at the request of elected officials. WSB warned him we would vote yes. Instead of following expert recommendations, he made it clear. If they vote yes, we'll move it out. If they vote no, we'll build it 17 feet from their homes. You've already paid for avoidance studies on a secret alternative, known as 3B. Your experts agree with us, but their answers were kept quiet. We have the answers, we always have. If you want to copy them now before the cost continues to rise, they're available. Avoidance or abandon. Meanwhile, our neighborhood will keep moving forward, protecting our community every way we can. Safety isn't optional. You're just choosing how long you take to fight it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Matt Sennett, 2519 Stony Creek Drive. Good evening, council members. I'm here tonight asking you to stand up for the very people who elected you to serve. Steele County has persuaded the city to remove federal funds from a major highway project, the East Side Corridor, just as Lissa said. Specifically, and for one major reason, is to get around the safety and noise mitigation requirements that would have been in place for an entire neighborhood of 150 homes. Some of these homes sit just 17 foot from the project's right-of-way. That's not just close, it's dangerously close to where families sleep, children play, and where people are expected to feel safe. Let's be honest, aside from the county's mismanagement of the project from the start, one of the main reasons is to remove that federal funding to avoid federal safety standards, and we already know the county has no plans to uphold those voluntarily on their own. The county engineer said by himself has said that if it were up to him, no noise mitigations would be offered to citizens at all. That's deeply troubling, and it speaks volumes to where the county's priorities lie. But if the city allows this to happen, if you don't demand the county maintain the same level of safety and noise protections that the federal oversight had, then you would be complicit. Just weeks ago, we were so close to resolving this the right way. We were almost there at option 3B, and then the county decided to get creative and remove the federal funding to a different project. I ask you, please use your authority as council members to protect our neighborhoods, protect the families, the homes, and the children who will live right next to this highway. Hold your partner, Steele County, accountable to do what's right, and let's finally put this issue to bed the right way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gary Jones, 995 Ridge Road.
Good evening.
Good evening. I participated in 2 study sessions with TW, Councilman Rainey, Councilman Boki, DNR rep, and a bunch of other staff. The city has taken a tremendous investment in listening to what I had to say about many things, and we've had some very good things happen. The ladders, the signs, going from 100 to 150 feet. We've had all kinds of things, including skipping season 1 in Mineral Springs. A lot of good things to help reduce risk. So I came tonight to give a big thank you and to say thanks again, and I'm done, right? No, of course not. I want one more thing. And you know it's Mineral Springs. But even more so than that, if we're going to have second season at Mineral Springs, we're hunting in the dark. When you look at 30 minutes after sunset, you cannot see a thing. And I know the DNR says, well, their eyes will adjust. And yeah, maybe they can, but it's hard to adjust between a Newfoundland, a person crawling around looking for a Frisbee, and some guy walking out in their backyard on Oakview. Now, if you are in Leo Rudolph and half hour after sunset, it's dark enough. And you got the horizon and no trees. Mineral Springs is kind of down in a hole. You cannot see a thing. And my wife and I will walk dogs and stuff out there right when the activity bus comes over by Oakview and people get home from work and people are walking dogs. It's too dark. Please vote just to move the time. One more thing for me, please. Move it up a half hour so it goes sunrise to sunset, not a half hour before to half hour after. That half hour at the end of December is critical. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. Anyone else this evening?
Kurt Welker, 2045 Deer Trail Lane, Northeast. First of all, I guess I'd just like to say thank you for the lot incentive program. We've got one house closing this week and 3 others under construction that'll qualify for that program. And it's a big help to cover a lot of costs that we weren't expecting. So I just wanted to say thanks for that. It's working. I want to encourage you to extend that into future years, because it's only was for this year. We've got 5 lots that we've basically used what the incentive would be on preliminary engineering for those that probably won't get built this year. Maybe some will, maybe some won't. But we're having to spend that money now to be able to build on them in the future. So I'd like to encourage you to continue that program going forward. Secondly, you approved a strategic plan tonight. Under economic prosperity, the first item was seeking housing solutions. Well, everybody knows that a strategic plan is only as good as the paper it's printed on, unless it's implemented properly. That starts with you gentlemen implementing it, passing it on to administration, and administration putting it down to staff to make sure that they understand that seeking housing solutions is a primary tenet of the city of Owatonna right now. And We need to push that because at an anemic 10 homes that were built here last year, Owatonna isn't very investable. So let's make sure that that strategic plan gets spread through the whole city and everybody works towards achieving it. Thank you.
Anyone else this evening? Seeing no one else coming up to the podium, I will now go to comments from council members. First up tonight is Councilmember Burbank.
Nothing more to add.
Councilmember Bulkey.
Nothing to add.
Councilmember McCann.
Nothing to add.
Councilmember Svenby.
Nothing.
Councilmember Voss.
Nothing to add.
Councilmember Dotson.
Nothing to add.
City Administrator Boosie, who now has 7 meetings left.
I'm not going to break the streak, so I have nothing to add.
And I have nothing this evening as well. With no other business before us tonight, I would look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Nate to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second by Brent. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.